All right, welcome to the Bellingham Zoning Board of Appeals meeting for October 1st. The first item on the agenda is a new hearing for a special permit for a family apartment for 3 Edgewood Road.
I'll read the public hearing notice.
Sure.
Bellingham Zoning Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing on October 1st, 2020 at 7 p.m. remotely via the Zoom online option for the request of a special permit section 240-74 for a family apartment on the premises of 3 Edgewood Road, Bellingham, Mass. Assessors map 83, lot 106. This property is zoned residential. The owners and applicants are Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Lyons, 3 Edgewood Road, Bellingham, Mass. The application may be viewed at the town clerk's office, 10 Mechanic Street during regular town hall business hours or at the town's website. Anyone wishing to be heard shall attend at the time and place above. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to open?
Second.
All right. Do we, just as a procedurally, do we vote on the motion then? Once there's a second for the motion?
Yeah, you say all in favor.
Okay.
And then
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right.
all right, in your package you have application from Mr. and Mrs. Lyons, a really robust narrative, which is fantastic, from R.J. O'Connell and Associates, as well as a very detailed floor plan and elevations in your package. And I see Mr. and Mrs. Lyons on and Brian as well.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Hi, so it's Teresa and Joseph.
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks for meeting with us.
Pleasure.
It seems that the, thanks for doing such a nice application. It's definitely very complete. And so you basically, I guess just going over your application. So you two have lived there for 22 years and you're looking to construct a family apartment addition for Teresa's mother. Is it for Joseph's?
Teresa's.
My mom.
Okay.
And it's actually Brian's mother's also, so there's, he's the connector to all this too.
Okay. And I guess it looks like, so Jim, there's nothing, I mean, it obviously meets all the zoning requirements. There's nothing with setbacks or anything.
Correct, yes, it meets all the zoning by right.
And it's directly attached. And then I see here, so you're adding just the one additional parking space.
Yes.
Okay, and I guess I would imagine, so obviously it's just, the hardship is just that to take care of your mother in her older age and,
Yes.
okay. I don't think I have any other questions. Does anyone else in the
I would
board?
just like to get a piece of what's your mother's name, please?
Anne-Marie Dundon?
Thank you.
Okay, and it would just, obviously it would just be her that would be occupying the apartment.
Yes.
How do you spell Dundon?
D-U-N-D-O-N.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My only question for the 10-foot side yard setback, the additional driveway would not impede that at all.
The driveway isn't a structure, so it's allowed to be within that setback.
Okay, thank you.
That's your question. And then obviously, I guess for the requirements for the special permit, obviously you two, Teresa and Joseph, would be in the main house, and then your mother would be in the addition.
Yes.
Hardship is pretty evident.
Yes.
Were there any other questions? And I guess the,
I think it was pretty complete application, actually.
Agree.
and it's in the same, it looks like it's in the same style and character of the home that is already there.
Correct.
And the only thing being demolished will be the existing seasonal porch?
Yes.
Is there any addition, so are you on septic or sewer?
Town sewer.
Town sewer, okay. So there's no modification there, it's just town
No.
sewer. Okay. Okay. I don't think I have any other additional comments.
I don't have a question.
Okay.
I don't see anybody in the audience, so I make a motion to close the hearing.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Motion to grant the family apartment as demonstrated.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, that passes.
All right, so Teresa and Joe, I'll be sending, or Laura from our office will be sending you the special permit once drafted. You'll just need to get that recorded at the Registry of Deeds. And it's good for 5 years. If you want to renew that, just contact us before it expires and we'll get you back in front of this board for a renewal.
Okay,
Thank you.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Okay. Next item on the agenda is new request for Lakeview Estates. Being a direct abutter, I'm gonna recuse myself again. So before it was Peter Gabriel.
So I think Brian Salisbury is up to bat.
Okay.
All right. Do we need to open the public hearing?
No, this isn't a public hearing. This is a request for a major or minor modification before the board, and I do see Angela Conforti is present.
Hi, Angela.
Hello, Angela.
You're still muted,
You're muted.
Angela.
Hello, hi, thank you.
Hi, Jim.
So before you tonight, so as you may recall at the last meeting, there was a request, a similar request for a major or minor modification that was withdrawn. The board asked for essentially more information and then to request that they resubmit. So they have done that. Before you tonight is a memo from Ms. Conforti, as well as a final revised plan. As you may have recalled at the last meeting, we didn't quite have that final plan. So this is the updated plan set or the plan sheets in front of you. In addition, there is as part of this memo is the lot line adjustment narrative, which describes kind of the pluses and minuses of the square footage that is being altered. Remember, all these changes are in phase 2, so there are no building permits currently issued for this area. They're still actively completing phase 1. So this request is for whether it is a minor or major modification to alter the 18 parcels, Angela? Is that right?
17.
17.
It was 19 the last time we presented. G&H was able to cut down, save 2 of the lot lines.
Okay.
All right. Angela, you want to just walk us through the changes?
Yeah, sure. I mean, really the only substantial, or I wouldn't say substantial, but the biggest changes are to the end of the cul-de-sac, and those were fairly large lots anyway. I don't have the current site development plans in front of me, but I would say 84 is probably, yeah, that is the biggest difference. But it's still one of the bigger lots, I would say, on the cul-de-sac, or not on the cul-de-sac, but compared to the other lots on Lover's Lane and Candlelight, it's on par with those. So,
Did you say 94?
I'm sorry?
Say 94, lot 94?
No, I was talking about lot 84, right at the end of the cul-de-sac.
Second page.
Yeah, it's on the second.
That one goes down 11,500 approximately square feet to 10,761 square feet. And that's the biggest one. The other changes are to 82 and 83, 85, I would say, like I said, at the end of the cul-de-sac, they changed the most there. But still no changes to anything that could be considered a material term to the comprehensive permit. It's really just an A&R plan that's before the zoning board because we are a comprehensive permit. So.
All right, and then the precipitous, or the reason for the change is that some of the lots, you'd like to accommodate larger homes on some of the lots.
Right. So one of the homes that we offer is, I believe it's the Duchess Plus. It has the largest footprint, or the widest footprint, I guess you would say, of any of the other homes that we offer, and a side by side, or with too many on the street, I guess the lot lines needed to be adjusted in order to accommodate the proper setback.
So also with that in the permit, it stipulates the box that it can work in. So they would still have to meet all the setbacks in compliance with the comprehensive permit.
Now, Jim, these lot lines are before conservation?
So my understanding is yes, the engineer for the applicant or the developer has applied for the notice of intent using these updated lot lines. I've talked with Ann Matthews, the conservation agent, and certainly I think if the board does decide to move forward with this as a minor modification, I think the request would be simply that a full plan set, not for the notices of intent, but just a full plan set is given to ZBA, Conservation, DPW, and DEP, because those are really the four main actors involved in this. And so that way we have a full comprehensive plan set for everyone, and we're all moving along on the same plan. And that way Conservation can then match up with the NOIs that are before them with this upgraded plan or updated plan.
And I reached out to Ann Matthews and I asked her if she would provide, a statement or a letter or something to that effect to the board to render an opinion on whether these changes would affect any conservation issues. And she basically explained this chicken and egg situation where she can't really evaluate the lots with the new lot lines until the lot lines technically exist. So she didn't feel comfortable rendering an opinion on the effect, and she just kind of stressed that the opinion should be rendered by the engineer. So
Right. So any notice of intent. So it is kind of chicken egg, but really only because you applied for the notice of intent with new lot lines that aren't approved yet.
right.
Nevertheless, if we get to that point where this is approved here, obviously then Ann Matthews and the Conservation Commission can then kind of compare notes with the approved plan set and just confirm that there's no issues with those lot line changes and the like rain gardens, for instance. That's what's before with the notice of intent. So really what the impact there would be if there are issues with, say, the rain gardens with these modifications to these lot lines. It would really just be that they would have to work through that with Conservation to modify those rain gardens at that point. It wouldn't necessarily have to have too much impact on our end.
Right. Yeah, it's something that we would just work out separately with Conservation. And the last time we were here, Elizabeth Manini was here from G&H, and she said that she's done the engineering on the conservation side as well, and she said that it resulted in one rain garden moving, I think, 3 feet. So it wasn't anything major that we should have a problem working through with Conservation.
Artie, do you have any questions?
The only question that I do have is when Tim, the building inspector, was here, I believe, not the last meeting of the meeting before, the cost related to the change in the plans for the town.
Yes, so Angela, I don't know if you have an opinion or a suggestion on that. I mean, it is a substantial cost to the town. I asked our assessing department about what the requirements are for our GIS department and subdivision plotting. It's about $2,000 for us to now go back and revise the subdivision. According to the assessment, because we do consult out, we don't have an in-house GIS technician. I don't know if that's something, the applicant can assist with.
Unfortunately, I'm not authorized to commit to spending any money. But I mean, it's something that I can talk to our CFO about.
Any more questions?
That's it.
Ray, how about you?
I was just wondering, is there any adverse effect to the easements by moving? For example, for 83A and 82A, just having that lot line move. You have the easement for the bioretention area. Does that affect it in any way, or is that something for conversation, conservation?
I believe that the easement that's on this plan is a new easement. So that would be the new easement area for the rain gardens for the bio. That's what the
Yeah.
bioretention. Yeah.
So yeah, my understanding is that that's partially why this lot line was changed, was to make a more efficient, effective easement location, I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
So that would be part of the update to the plans that we would certainly need, all the location of easements and those recorded.
Affirmative. It looks like the full area hasn't been altered. Everything adds up. So everything being added is being taken from another lot. So there's no expansion in any way in the area of the construction.
Yeah, it would just be like in between the lots, the lines are changing, but not, the overall, I guess, perimeter of phase 2 doesn't change.
Perfect, thanks, Andrew. I guess I accuse myself, but general question that how Ray brought up about with the easement, because I've never seen where a property line is in the middle of the easement. So say the neighbors want to put like a fence up. Does that present any issue with maintenance or anything like that, or accessibility for that easement?
Yeah, so typically with these easements, this one I believe is access to the rain gardens, correct, Angela? So
Right.
that would have to be free and clear. So the buyers of that lot will, they're
Because
buying
I'm
with.
just thinking if you bought the lot, a lot of people might just be like, well, this is my property line, put a fence up.
Yeah, but the only one positive is, they're going into it with those deed restrictions. At least it would be different if we put it upon somebody that's already there,
Yeah.
So, okay.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, no, it's a good point though.
I have one other question. So everything's supposed to be a minor change, but changing the lot size of 84A seems like a substantial change to me. Could somebody clarify that for me?
I mean, I don't really think that the lot is, became unreasonably small. It's like I said, it's pretty much on par with the other lots on Lover's Lane and Celestial Circle. It's just smaller than it was before.
Yeah, by 11,000 plus square feet. So I don't know if that's still considered a minor change or not.
I mean, it was pretty big lot before. It was one of the bigger lots, if not the biggest.
Do you know how many square feet that was?
Yeah, they cut it a little more than half. Yeah, so minusing 11,556 feet, so it must have been about 22,000 square feet.
Yeah.
Prior.
If I have a site developed. Yeah, lot 84 was 22,317 square feet before. So it's about half the size that it was before.
Any other questions? Anyone in the public?
So just to follow up on that a little bit, so 83A was, I don't know what the change was in 83A.
Plus 9,880.
Yeah, so if that could be split between the difference between 83 and 84 are so great, maybe the lot line between the two shouldn't be so dramatic.
Yeah, so it looks like 83 and 84 basically just swapped lot sizes. 83 was 10,231 square feet, and now it's 20,000. 84 was 22,000, it's now 10. So I think it's an even exchange.
The one thing I will note on here that is not being displayed is the grading. Behind these lots, there's a significant drop down. And like you're on a cliff, basically for these cul-de-sac ones. Really nice view, but it's
So this makes sense then.
potentially, yeah. It very likely that's probably one of the main reasons why.
And it's also just a swap, so that
Yeah.
minimizes the effect, I guess.
Anyone in the public?
Anybody in the public have any questions? Don't see anybody. No, doesn't look like it.
So Jim, and then, so what you're saying, the town would like 4 full plan sets. That's not a problem, right, Linda? So
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
we would need 4 full plan sets. Is that something we can get?
4 plan sets?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you mean Mylars or paper?
The full comprehensive plan set, so not just the sheets, the lot line sheets, but we'll need 4 new plan sets for the various entities. So we're all working together, DEP, Concom, us,
Conservation, yep.
PW, and a PDF so that we can have it electronically for our server. That would be great.
Yeah. Absolutely, I can have GNH do that.
So we're already before conservation. There's no requirement, we wouldn't have to condition anything that they go proceed with conservation.
Right, yeah, nothing in phase 2 has been permitted yet. They are before conservation with notice of intent, but essentially conservation just said we're holding it until ZBA has made their.
So they're gonna have a full opportunity to look at whatever. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does anyone else have any thoughts? What's your preference?
I'm just the concern of the $2,000 cost to redo the plans.
I agree with Art. Again,
Like I said, I can't bind the company to spend any money, but if you want, I know you have executive session next Thursday. If you want to continue this to next Thursday, I can present that to the company and see what they would be willing to do and let Jim know.
if you don't mind checking, that would be greatly appreciated.
Yep, I can do that for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony.
So do you want to continue this to next Thursday? It would have to be before executive session because I have planning board right after our executive session.
That would be a full public hearing.
No, it'd still be a public, this is just a public meeting. So I'd have to post an agenda, but it wouldn't have, there's no notices that go out or anything.
And would everybody be here? Is everybody
Plan to be there.
Yep. I think that makes sense. Right?
Yeah, that seems perfectly reasonable if all parties want to continue it 1 week.
Yeah, and just to summarize where I'm coming from, I don't necessarily think that this is a major modification subject to conservation review, and I don't think the town is out of pocket for these changes. So if you can talk to our friends over at Stafford and express that's really our only concern, that would be helpful.
Sure. I will definitely relay the message.
So the executive session is at what time?
5:30.
5:30, is that the night? I think you're right.
Yeah.
October 8th. Yeah, so 5:15. Can everybody actually make 5:15? I can have a Zoom link.
I would
up
probably
too,
be
if you
on
can.
Zoom.
And I'm not attending.
Yeah.
I'm just refusing myself. So I'm gonna be there.
Angela, would you be able to make 5:15?
I'm available.
All right.
Or should we continue to August 8th at 5:15, right?
Motion to continue. Somebody
Second.
All right. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
Thank
We'll see you
you.
next week.
Thank you. See you next week.
All right, we do have some administrative stuff for you. We've been skipping on the administrative stuff recently.
All 35 pages.
Perfect.
Did you memorize?
So we have,
You know my memory, right?
we have the August 6th minutes, August 20th minutes, and September 3rd minutes. to approve. We can do it all at once. What's that?
Going on in a minute.
We apparently we're just like, yeah, let's not bother with the minutes tonight. Meanwhile, Laura's is working hard at home, just getting through the minutes. And we just keep going, we're gonna skip over.
She's not showing her face tonight.
She's not actually there.
Hello anyway, Laura.
Did everybody have a chance to read the minutes?
I did actually.
Yeah, I didn't see any corrections or.
Oh, I guess it's true.
Yeah.
Did everyone review the minutes?
Yes.
I did. It was quite a quick read, but I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have any comments. Any other comments?
Motion to accept the minutes for all the meetings.
Wow.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Where
All
the
those
post-it
opposed? Alright.
notes are. I got a few other things while you're signing the minutes. We have a voucher here for $295.20, and this is for a public hearing. 2 public hearings that we just need to sign off on. I normally sign these, but we're all here, so might as well do that. As what I don't need a motion on that one, just a signature from you guys. And then payroll. So you got to get your section there.
Big bucks.
So you guys can sign those. That's all I got for you tonight.
Wow. Okay.
Quick meeting. Good job.
Is it just one signature on your phone?
Yeah, I believe so. It's just the one at the end, at the tab.
Have you heard from the department people?
No, there was no appeals, but the order of conditions appeal expires this week. Perhaps. It's
What
coming up
was this
soon.
on again? I'm sorry, I missed what Brian said.
Just the apartments.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's in like 2 days. So all the appeals will be completed.
Do you have any sense of when they might start?
I think they want to start site work right away.
I would say, right?
Well, yeah, because they want to. I think they're trying to catch up to like the road work and stuff that's going on. Try and get it more as all of one as opposed to coming back in a year and doing their stuff.
Yeah. I think that's the last.
Any other questions while we're here? I had a coffee, so I'm wide awake.
Just briefly, on any news on the mulch?
Yeah, so so they just submitted to the planning board. So that was the next step in the process of the agreement, where they would apply to the planning board. We haven't opened the hearing yet, though. That is October 22nd, technically, but it'll just be a continuation because this room's not available because it's early voting. And, during COVID, we can't just wander over to the school and do the meetings or the senior center or anything like that. So we're just gonna, I think the board will just simply open and continue to November. Then we'll start getting into the details there.
Taking forever, huh?
Yep. Yes. Awesome. Is that everything? Is that payroll and, oh, perfect. Great. Yep. I'll just slide this in Laura's office.
Motion to close. Do we ever do a motion to close? Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you all.
Opposed?